So what does God think about these terrorist organizations and these evil that are out there, these evil people that are out there that we all know of? I don't have to mention. You have, people like ISIS. These are terrorist organizations. BLM, ANTIFA. What does God say about these organizations? Do you pat them on the shoulder? Do you forgive them and go kiss them? Do you give your wealth to them? Do you allow them to continue this chaos on the street? Let me just say this. First and foremost, I always say anything that you don't destroy, that is obviously evil, will end up destroying you. And the Bible, when you study it, it says the same thing. Anything that is evil that you leave, that you don't destroy, will end up destroying you. Now, first of all, before I give you these scriptures, let me just say there are different laws with individuals and governments. So a government is allowed by God to do things, let's just say even vicious things, mean things, okay, to evil people that you as an individual are not allowed to do. Unless it's self-defense, somebody is out to kill you, you have every right to kill them. There's a difference between kill and murder, okay? Self-defense is not murder, self-defense is killing. So if something evil is trying to destroy your loved ones or your family, you destroy them. Because if you don't destroy them, they will destroy you. That's how law works. And we don't see that. That's the problem that we don't see in our nation. The government technically is not taking care of us. And most of us are scared to even go outside of our houses, which reminds me of, I'll tell you right now, Sodom and Gomorrah, that God destroyed every single one of them because it was impossible to go out. You would be raped, you would be killed, you would be sodomized, you would be slaughtered, you would be just things that are against God and that is supported by Satan, okay? There are two things. It's in the world, whatever it is, it's either from Satan or it's either from God, okay? So there's no middle ground. So BLM, you're either Satanist or you're worshiper of Jehovah, okay? There's no middle ground, okay? So go to 1 Samuel 15. It's going to be 3 to 9, okay? 1 Samuel 15, 3 to 9. This is when God tells King Saul to go and basically kill every single one of the Amalekites, including their animals, their children, their wives, women, men, every single thing, and not to leave anything unkilled. So 15, 3 to 9. Now go and smite Amalek, and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but kill both men and women, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't do it. King Saul. Go to verse 8, 15 and 8, 1 Samuel 15 and 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. Now, God ends up, if you read the whole chapter, God ends up basically technically cursing Saul and saying, you did not do what I told you to do. You went against my word. Even though what he did was good in the eye of man, but it was evil in the eye of God. God rejected Saul and basically he dethroned him. He said, you're done with me. You're not the king anymore. You didn't listen to me. Now, when you fast forward, I think 2,000 years later, when you fast forward, I'm not sure about the years, I think it's 500 years later, 500 or 400 years later, this King Agag, basically the descendants of King Agag, which is Haman, wanted to destroy and annihilate all the Jewish people. So God foresaw that this was going to happen. So before you start judging God, there's a reason why he asks you to do something that seems evil, to kill and destroy this virus, because evil is a cancer. Had God not got rid of certain generations, okay, this has been a proven fact, that if God had not killed those, for example, the Amalekites, Sodom and Gomorrah, people before Noah, the Noah's generation, had he not destroyed them, they were so evil, they have archaeological facts, that these people were extremely evil. It reminds me of today, people on the streets. They were so evil that had God not killed them, we would not have existed. Humankind would not have existed. So evil is cancer. Go to Deuteronomy 20, 17, and 18. There's a lot of scriptures about this, but I don't have time to talk about all the scriptures. Deuteronomy 20 and 17. But you shall utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites and the Amorites, the Canaanites and the Perizzites, the Hivites and the Jebusites, as the Lord your God has commanded you, that they teach you not to do after all their abominations, which they have done unto their gods, little g. So should you sin against the Lord your God. Now you're going to accuse me of saying, oh, let's just kill all those evil people that are out there. No. The responsibility of our government is to stop that. The responsibility of our government, and honestly, this country is getting on my nerve. I mean, this is my country too. It's too good. It's too good. I'm sorry, you are too good. Instead of judging somebody for violating us and for destroying our peace and destroying billions and billions of dollars of worth of public property that we have to pay for, you reward them. I mean, a police officer goes and tries to defend, somebody called, the neighbors called druggy, or he was beating up the girlfriend. Police officers go and knock on the door. The boyfriend tries to shoot the police officers, literally shoots them, and they shoot back, and it kills the girlfriend. The poor lady, I forgot her name, Brianna. They kill her, and her family is rewarded with $13 million. So how many innocent lives are destroyed by police officers? And accidentally they kill many people, hundreds of people, not just black people. So for any death done by a police officer, should we reward $13 million or even $1 million? What the heck are you doing? This is why we are in this situation. This is why they're going to murder us, for crying out loud. Like I said, when you don't destroy evil, evil destroys you. These people out there are flipping terrorists, and they're being rewarded because they're out on the street saying, if you don't give me peace, I'm not gonna allow you to have peace. Basically, when they say peace, they say, if you don't let me shoot the police officer and get away with it, I'm gonna kill your whitey. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill your old people. This is what they're doing, people. And this country is rewarding them. Hey, you try to go to Russia and you try to do that. You try to go to Russia and you try to do that. Or you try to go to my country, Armenia, and you try to do that. You try to go to China and you do that. Okay? I am sick and tired. I am sick and tired of flipping fake complaints, and our lives are being ruined because they want to get away with stealing Gucci bags and raping our children and I don't know, eating little babies and torturing babies. This is Sodom and Gomorrah, ladies and gentlemen. The government has rewarded evil, okay? Imagine God rewarding evil. Imagine God rewarding Sodom and Gomorrah. The government is rewarding evil, and therefore evil has infiltrated our country and is choking us to death. It's choking us to death. And this is going to get worse and worse if our government and our senators, whoever the heck they are, they're not doing anything. And I'm even mad about our president who's being too nice, okay? Just because he's afraid to be called a bigot or a racist. So he's allowing cities to be burned down just because he doesn't want to be called a dictatorship. No, you need to do your job. Yes, I'm going to vote for Donald J. Trump because he's the best president I've ever seen. But for this country, but I'm sick and tired. He needs to man up, okay? He needs to get rid of these tyrants out there who are trying to kill us. Well, what is the president supposed to do? I don't care. Do whatever you want. Send the military. Save us from this destruction. These people are destroying. And hold accountable the BLM leaders, the 3 ugly black lesbian, fat, lesbian, ugly, okay, BLM leaders whose agenda is to get rid of the nuclear family, whose agenda to preach hate against white people, whose agenda is to abolish the police officers. I love police officers, okay? I feel safe with police officers. I love them and I pray for them every day. And they want to abolish democracy and our republic, and they want to bring in Marxism. You know this, so stop playing stupid and bringing black people into this as if it's your skin color. Forget enough about your skin color. Sick and tired of it, man. Stop worshiping yourself and start worshiping Jesus. Get a life. Get a life. I'm sorry. If somebody is a loser, it's not my fault. Okay? I'm not gonna hate somebody because they're prettier than me. I'm not gonna hate somebody and try to go kill them because they're richer than me. I'm not gonna hate somebody because they have more common sense than me and they have more wisdom than me and they're more intelligent than me. That's what these people out there are doing. Okay? we remind you of your sin. That's why you hate Christians. That's why you hate us. Okay? Now you're chanting F Jesus out there, you piece of maggot, okay? You're chanting that and you think you're gonna get away with it. You're not gonna win this fight. I don't know if there's gonna be a civil war, but God's hand is gonna help us. God's hand is gonna help us because it's gonna get worse and worse. God is gonna intervene and destroy each and one of them. God is not gonna allow this to happen because innocent people's lives are being destroyed for some thugs on the streets, okay? So let's go to Romans 13, 1-2. What does God say about government? Oh, hate the government, get rid of the government, hate the police. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. I'm gonna do different translations. The authorities that are over him, the authorities of government, its lawful superiors, the government that is over him. You have to respect the government that is over you. I hate Trump, I hate Trump, 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 Trump. You're an idiot. For there is no power but of God. For there is no authority save by God. For all authority comes from God. Do you hear me? The powers that be are ordained of God. God has put them in place. God has put Donald Trump in our country to be our president. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, so that he sets himself against the authorities. Hence, anyone who resists authority, resisting authority. When you resist authority, idiot, ignoramus, you're gonna get shot, okay? Guess what? I deserve to get shot if I resist arrest or if I act like an idiot. I deserve to get shot. You got that? That's not the police officer's fault. That's your fault because you're an idiot and you're a criminal and you're an animal. Resist the ordinances of God. So whosoever therefore resisteth the power or resist, that person resisteth God. If you resist police officers who are ordained by God and the law or government, anybody that is in the law, if you resist them, therefore you're resisting God. So when you resist God, you don't have protection anymore. So don't ask for protection, okay? Don't get surprised when you get shot because you're trying to shoot the police officer. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Damnation is coming. Your damnation is coming. You're going to pay for this. When I do something that's against God, I pay for it. So how much more are you going to pay for it? The things that you do. You're killing people out there. You're killing innocent, even children who are, just because they're white, you're trying to kill them. I mean, this nation is getting evil and evil and evil and evil. You know, pedophilia. California, wants to make pedophilia illegal. A man can have sex with a little boy and it's okay. Do you understand that sin grows? These people are sinful animals, okay? Sin grows. Sin does not stay stagnant. Sin goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. We allowed homosexuality. Mind your own business. You're a homosexual. Go do whatever you want. Now they want more. They want more. They want more. They want kids. They want kids. They want kids. And this is also in the Bible. That's the highest sacrifice, worship of devils. Okay, it's even in the Bible. Was sacrificing children. Okay. So these people have to sacrifice child because they're Satan worshipers, okay? BLM, their leaders are Satan worshipers. They said it themselves. They do witchcraft. Everything that they do it with witchcraft. These people are witches. Witches equals to Satanism, okay? There's no way around. Okay, go to 1 Timothy 2:2. So this is not the Old Testament, this is Jesus, okay? This is the New Testament. So don't say that's the Old Testament God. You that are out there, you're confusing me. You don't know what you're talking about. Study before you preach. You're confusing me. Our God is not like that because your God is not the same God as my God. I don't know who your God is, but you don't serve the same God. You don't serve the same God. You don't serve the same God. 1 Timothy 2:2. For kings and for all that are in authority, and half of kings and all them who are in eminent station, okay? For kings and rulers in position of responsibility, that we may lead a quiet and peaceful life. He says, the reason why kings, God grants kings, and in today's world, it's not kings, it's, let's just say president and government, okay? It's the equivalent to kings of that day. They are in place to bring peace, to bring order, without peace, without law and order that you are trying to get rid of out there, it won't work. God has designed us to have law and order for us to survive and for us to live. That's the design of God. But of course, you don't believe in God. So that we may have a calm and quiet life in all goodliness. In all godliness, in honesty, in all godliness and gravity, in all godliness and decorum, with all reverence and dignity and perfect piety and seriousness, godly and respectful in every way. For this is good and acceptable in the sight of our God and Savior. But people are saying white man's gospel is bad. White people are bad. White people are racist. Ladies and gentlemen, racism doesn't exist. These people are just using that to get what they want. They basically just want to control the whole world, I guess. I don't know. These globalists, these movements, ANTIFA. Like I said, what would God do? Annihilate them, destroy them. What are you supposed to do to ISIS, who's a terrorist organization? Destroy them. What are you supposed to do with Antifa and their leaders? Destroy them. Confiscate their wealth. Pay for all because we're going to pay for this billions of dollars, taxpayers. No, it shouldn't be the case. President Trump, what his job should be is confiscate their money. BLM has over billions of dollars now. What are they doing with that money? What is BLM doing with that money? Are they giving it to their own poor people? No. They're using it to plant stuff to basically kill you and scare you and control you. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? And we're just sitting here doing nothing. Again, I'm not preaching hate, or I'm not telling you to go out there. You have no right to do that unless somebody's trying to kill you. You have no right. Governments have the right to destroy evil and to destroy the enemy, to protect me, to protect us, to protect its citizens, but we have no right to do that. It's the job of the government. So Donald Trump should confiscate their money and put them away for a long time, and pay for all the damage that they've done with their money, with the money of Soros, with the money of BLM. Do you understand me? Because it's gonna come out of my pocket and your pocket.